And right now on Andrea Mitchell Reports, on a day when Chris Dodd, Byron Dorgan, and Bill Ritter have all said they are not seeking re-election, we take you to the White House and the initial reaction from Robert Gibbs.
How do you think these retirements in total will affect the president's agenda?
Well, look, it is hard to look into the crystal ball 11 months from Election Day. There's retirements on both sides of the aisle in the Senate. They'll be the same in the House. We'll let the political season play out over the course of the next 11 months. I don't want to make a lot of predictions for 11 months from now.
I also wanted to ask you about terrorism. We know from what the president said yesterday that the initial Brennan report will be released soon. And
I anticipate that it will be released tomorrow.
The president, public one?
Yes, it'll be an unclassified version of what John Brennan gives to the president.
You have a rough time on that, Robert?
Sometime probably early afternoon. And then our hope is, sorry, Ben, to get ahead of him, to bring John down here and go through it.
The president also said in the coming days he'll be announcing more steps on passenger screening and intelligence sharing. Do you still expect that this week?
I will check on that part of the schedule, or whether that's part of tomorrow's information. But I do expect at least the beginning part of that to happen tomorrow.
Okay. So I guess what I'm getting at there is that, can you give us a sense of how this is all going to finish? Will there be a final review, and the president will then speak to the nation again? How's this going to work?
Well, like I said, the president will if I was clear, the president will make a statement about this tomorrow. That review will be released. The unclassified version will be released publicly. We'll have John and probably Secretary Napolitano to discuss their review of detection capabilities tomorrow here at the White House. I anticipate that the president and John will continue to look at the situation and evaluate it over the coming months. The review will simply identify and make recommendations as to what was lacking and what needs to be strengthened. The review process will be a dynamic one where the president and John will continue to ensure that agencies are implementing their plans for correcting what was identified in each of those reviews. I will say, in yesterday's meeting, each agency and department took responsibility for their aspect of that systemic failure, and each outlined what they had identified as initial shortcomings and ideas for changing those. And the president will be anxious to watch that, and John will watch that and follow up with each of those agencies as this transpires. Yes, ma'am.
I wanted to clarify something and then ask a question. You said the review will be released tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. And going back to Senator Dodd, how do you think it's going to affect financial regulatory reform, the push? He's been a leader in that, and there's been some reaction on Wall Street. Some stocks have gone up. Some have gone down.
As is the want of Wall Street. I would say this. Look, I think Senator Dodd has been a passionate advocate for ensuring that we have rules in place so that what happened on Wall Street doesn't happen again. That we have strong consumer financial protections. And I think Senator Dodd will continue to work on that with his committee throughout this process.
I think his leading will make him more of a lame duck. I mean, it's a loss, but that passionate advocate.
No, look, I knowing Senator Dodd and the passionate advocate that he is, I think he will continue to work hard and want to get this done by the end of the year, as the president does too.